First up, the selfie syndrome. In a world where likes are the currency, our narcissist is the billionaire nobody wants to bank on. Now you may wonder, what is this selfie syndrome? Picture this: a person teetering on the edge of a cliff, not to marvel at the breathtaking view, but to capture their own face against the backdrop. Or imagine a dinner table where everyone's face is buried in their phones, snapping their meals instead of savoring them. This, my friends, is the selfie syndrome, a relentless pursuit of digital validation and self-glorification. But where does this obsession stem from? Is it merely a harmless quest for appreciation, or does it point to a deeper issue? You see, the selfie syndrome is not just about selfies. It's about an insatiable hunger for validation, a hunger that is constantly fed by the endless scroll of social media. It's about the illusion of connection while we become more disconnected from the world around us. It's about the erosion of self-esteem as we measure our worth in likes, shares, and comments. Now let's turn to Ayurveda, an ancient Indian system of medicine, for some wisdom. Ayurveda teaches us the concept of santosha, or contentment. Santosha is about finding satisfaction within ourselves rather than seeking it from external sources. It's about appreciating the beauty in our lives instead of obsessing over a perfectly curated image. It's about celebrating our authentic selves instead of a filtered version for social media. But how do we practice santosha in a world that constantly urges us to want more, to be more? It starts with gratitude. Instead of focusing on what we lack, we can choose to appreciate what we have. It means embracing imperfections, whether in ourselves or in our lives. It also means disconnecting from the digital world from time to time to reconnect with the physical world around us, to savor a meal without photographing it, to enjoy a sunset without capturing it, to live a moment without sharing it. Practicing santosha doesn't mean abandoning social media or never taking a selfie again. It simply means finding a balance where our self-worth is not tied to our online presence, where we can appreciate a like but not rely on it for happiness, where we can share a moment but not at the cost of living it. So the next time you find yourself reaching for your phone to capture a perfect moment, pause. Take a moment to truly experience it, to revel in its beauty, its imperfections, its transience. And then, if you still wish to take that selfie, go ahead. But remember, the true worth of a moment lies in how it makes you feel, not in how many likes it gets. Ayurvedic wisdom, practice santosha or contentment. Find beauty in the world around you, not just your screen. Next, we explore the echo chamber effect. Why engage with diverse opinions when you can bask in the glow of your own brilliance? The allure of living in an echo chamber, a comfortable space where our thoughts, beliefs, and ideas are constantly reflected back to us unchallenged. It's like a cozy cocoon of self-affirmation, isn't it? Imagine living in a world where every voice you hear sounds just like yours, echoing your thoughts, reinforcing your beliefs, and amplifying your ideas. Now, that's a narcissist's paradise. But wait, isn't variety the spice of life? And isn't it through engaging with diverse perspectives that we truly grow, learn, and evolve? Well, not in the narcissist's echo chamber. Here, the only sound that matters is the sound of one's own voice. The only opinions that count are one's own. It's a world where the self reigns supreme and every other voice is merely background noise. But what happens when the echo chamber is shattered? What happens when a dissenting voice enters the fray, challenging the narcissist's worldview? Well, that's when things get interesting. The narcissist might react with surprise, disbelief, or even hostility. After all, how dare anyone challenge their superiority? But here's the thing, living in an echo chamber can be incredibly limiting. It can stunt our intellectual growth, hinder our emotional development, and prevent us from truly connecting with others. It's like living in a bubble, insulated from the rich tapestry of human experience. So, what's the antidote to the echo chamber effect? Well, let's turn to the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda for some insight. Ayurveda teaches us the principle of apara, or non-attachment. This concept encourages us to let go of our rigid beliefs, to open our minds to new ideas, and to embrace the unknown. It teaches us to welcome differing opinions, to engage in meaningful dialogue, and to learn from others. Practicing aparigraha can help us break free from the confines of our echo chambers. It can help us cultivate humility, foster empathy, and enhance our understanding of the world around us. It's about realizing that we don't have all the answers, and that's okay. It's about understanding that every voice matters, not just our own. So, to all the narcissists out there lost in their echo chambers, here's a thought. Try stepping out of your comfort zone. Engage with diverse opinions, challenge your beliefs, embrace the wisdom of others. You might just find that the world outside your echo chamber is far more interesting, vibrant, and enlightening than you ever imagined. The Ayurvedic antidote: practice aparigraha, or non-attachment. Embrace humility and open your heart to the wisdom of others. After all, a world filled with diverse voices is a world filled with endless possibilities. Lastly, the relationship mirage. In the narcissist's world, every relationship is a mirror, but sadly, mirrors don't hug back. Every interaction becomes a stage for self-promotion, a platform to showcase their brilliance. They see people not as individuals with their own thoughts, feelings, and aspirations, but as extensions of themselves, or worse, as audiences to their grand performance. In this self-obsessed spectacle, genuine connections become elusive. Relationships turn into mirages, shimmering with the promise of warmth and intimacy, but evaporating upon closer inspection. The narcissist's loved ones are often left feeling unseen, unheard, and unappreciated. They become mere shadows, fading into the background of the narcissist's self-portrait. Yet the narcissist craves connection like all of us do. They yearn for the warmth of mutual understanding, the comfort of shared experiences, the joy of unguarded laughter. But their self-imposed isolation, their relentless pursuit of self-aggrandizement, creates a barrier that keeps genuine connection at bay. At the heart of this dilemma is a simple yet profound truth. We are social beings. We thrive on connection, on the exchange of ideas, on the shared joy of existence. In our pursuit of self, we must not forget the other. Now let's turn our attention to Ayurveda. This ancient Indian philosophy offers a counterpoint to the narcissist's tale. It introduces us to karuna, or compassion. Compassion in Ayurvedic teachings is not just an emotion. It's a practice, a way of life. It's about stepping outside of ourselves and truly seeing another, acknowledging their experiences, their pain, their joy. In practicing karuna, we learn to listen, to empathize, to connect. We learn to see the world not just as a stage for our performance, but as a vast tapestry of interconnected lives. We learn to value others, not for their admiration or validation, but for their unique perspectives and experiences. Karuna teaches us that genuine connections are formed when we step outside ourselves and truly see another. It's about realizing that every person we meet is a universe unto themselves, rich with experiences and insights that can enrich our own understanding. In the end, the narcissist's tale is a cautionary one. It warns us of the perils of self-obsession, of seeing the world solely through the lens of I. It challenges us to embrace karuna, to cultivate compassion and connection in our daily lives. So, let's not be like the narcissist, trapped in the relationship mirage. Let's strive to be more compassionate, more connected, more human. Let's remember that while mirrors don't hug back, people do. Ayurveda teaches karuna, or compassion. Genuine connections are formed when we step outside ourselves and truly see another. And so concludes the narcissist's tale. In a society obsessed with the self, perhaps the bravest act is to be selfless. Today we've explored the selfie syndrome, the echo chamber effect, and the relationship mirage. all facets of a narcissistic society. But we've also discovered the antidotes in Ayurveda: contentment, non-attachment, and compassion. These aren't just words, they're life-changing principles that can help us navigate our digital world with grace and wisdom. If any part of this tale resonated with you, or if you simply enjoyed this exploration into the heart of narcissism, show us some love with a like. Share your thoughts or your own stories of overcoming ego in the comments below. Spread the wisdom by sharing this video. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to join us on Stupid in America. And that is that, guys. Wishing you a fabulous day ahead. Transform today, thrive tomorrow. Embrace your Veda voyage.